Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing my top favorite, I think it's going to be 14 books of 2014. Really late. I'm really late with this. I don't know why. I kept forgetting to film this. I've meant to film it like at the beginning of this year, so sorry, but better late than never. So yeah, I think I have around 14 books, something like that. I read a total of 63 books in 2014, so that's pretty good. I think I'm going to pass that this year. But yeah, let's just get on with it. Also, I want to mention that none of these books are in any particular order besides the last one that I'm going to do. That's going to be my #1 book. So yeah, one of them was Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. I love this. I love this so much. I also really did like the movie, even though it did not get that much good reviews or it wasn't seen that much, but I really did like the movie. My husband liked the movie. I loved the book, so I bought the rest of the series. I did not continue on with the rest of the series yet, but hopefully I will sometime soonish. Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma. I talk about this book a lot. I try to like spread the love about it, but I think a lot of people are just not really inclined to read it. But it's a book about incest, but it was just a really good book, and it's really thought-provoking, and it's very emotional, and it really made me think a whole lot, more than most books do. In the beginning it was kind of slow, but after that it was just such a wonderful read, and it was so heartbreaking. I really liked that book. It's one of my favorites. In 2014 I also read Divergent. I freaking love Divergent. I devoured this book. Such a great dystopian, and one of the, more popular ones, obviously. I was not a huge fan of Insurgent. I don't know, it was just a really different tone. It was a lot darker, a little more slow. I've been spoiled for Allegiant, so I'm not super inclined to read that right away, but I do want to finish this trilogy soon. I have More Than This by Jane McLean. I love this book, and I seriously think it's pretty underhyped. It's a new adult novel. I admit it has pretty graphic sex scenes, more of the raunchier new adult in the ones that I've read. If you read Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, it's similar to that in terms of like the sex, but this has such, oh my gosh, the characters. I love the characters, and their stories are so heartbreaking. Like, this was amazing. It's not one of those typical new adults where it's just like sex, where it's like sex, a bad boy, a shy girl. It's not like that. It's really different. It has such a strong underlying story that's so original. Well, like, to me, I haven't read anything like it, like in terms of the storyline, so it's just Fire and Flood by Victoria Scott. Oh my gosh, such a good like a dystopian type. I cannot wait for Salt and Stone. I need to buy the books. I don't have physical copies because I read it when I brought it from the library, but I definitely want to pick it up eventually because it was so good. In this book, a girl must participate in a race to save her brother's life. I'm sure you heard this. People compare it to the Hunger Games and like Pokemon. The Pokemon-ish aspect is really cool. It was just a really surprising book. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. It was really exciting. The plot twists were on point. Like, it was really good. I highly recommend this book. White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I really love this series. It's called the Dark Elements series, I believe. This is the first book. I also have the second book, Stone Cold Touch. That was also really good, but this one was really good. Did I say it was by Jennifer L. Armentrout? I'm not sure. But it's about a girl who's a half demon, half gargoyles. Gargoyles fight the demons. Of course, there's like a romantic, or like there's like a love triangle, but it was just really good, and I haven't really read anything about gargoyles, so it had a unique aspect to it, and I really did like it. Next, I need to talk about the Throne of Glass series. Oh my god, like seriously, I think the Throne of Glass series, like besides Harry Potter, of course, like it is my favorite. I think I'm gonna say that. I don't have the books. They are coming. I've ordered them finally. But I love this series. I just cannot explain. All the hype is definitely deserved. It's about an assassin named Selena Sardothien, There are fairies and like mythical creatures. There's so much assassinations. She's so badass. There's a love triangle. Like there's everything. And the books are chunky, but I like them. Very few books I like to be chunky because I kind of just like to get through books. But you can tell I really love a series if I want it to keep going on. And I really, really, really love that series. Next is Angel Fall by Susan E. I don't have a copy. I want to get one eventually. But this book was amazing, 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 amazing. You definitely need to read it. It's about angels, but it's such a different take on angels. The angels are bad in this book and they're like kind of the cause of the apocalypse. Like so different, and it's so good. It's so well written. And I really like, not much people mention this part, but the mother of the character in this book, she has I think she's like schizophrenic. And they really explore that. Like they talk about it a lot more than you would expect the book to. And it's really interesting to me. Like it's a very interesting take of seeing like someone with schizophrenia in this paranormal apocalyptic situation. Like I thought it was really good, and it wasn't even the main focus of the book or anything at all, but it was just a really good side plot type of thing. I just really love the series. The third and final book in the trilogy is coming out, I think, in May, so I really need to go ahead and read the second one. It's kind of gory, this book, more than I expected it to be. I was kind of like, and I'm not really one to like be squeamish at gore, but even this one I was like, but it was good. It was really good. I have The Maze Runner by James Dashner. This series gets a lot of crap, and I can kind of see why, but I read the whole trilogy. I did like it. I admit the second and third book are not as good. They're kind of disappointing, but this one was really good, and I don't regret reading the trilogy. I did really like it, and I love this book. This one was so good. I have Hyperbole and a Half by Ali Brosh. I really freaking love this. I think everyone should get this book. It is the funniest book that I've ever read. It's more like a graphic novel. It has these really hilarious pictures. I mean, just look at that face. How can you just not laugh at this dog and this weird ass face? It's kind of just, this started out as a web series, which I think was really cool. It got a bunch of the comics, or the web comics, got published, and it's just about Ali Brosh's life experiences, and it's so funny. Like, laugh out loud, forever funny. Like, I was in tears just because it was so hilarious. I want to read it again, actually, because it's so funny. Please get this. Just please get this. You're gonna laugh so hard. I have the Saga series, which I'm just gonna say the whole series just because it's amazing. It definitely lives up to the hype. I think the graphics are amazing, the illustrations, and it's by Brian K. Vaughan, and the illustrations I think are by Fiona Staples. The story itself also is really good, and again, it's really graphic. There's a lot of sexual references and, you know, sexual pictures, but it's really, really funny, and it's really good. I just love the story. I really need to read the fourth one. I'm on the waiting list for the library. I have The Jewel by Amy Ewing. A lot of people really didn't like this book. I really loved it personally. It's about a dystopian society where girls are used as surrogates, which I thought was really original, really interesting. I haven't read anything like it before, and the surrogates are for the royal people of the Jewel, and it's all very lavish, the description, so I really liked reading about that. I love reading about royal politics and like the snarkiness between royals. Like, I love reading about that. I could read about that forever and I will not get bored. So personally, I really love The Jewel, and I really can't wait for the sequel. I'm gonna do kind of an honorable mention type, which is the Mortal Instruments series. I love the series. I still need to read the last one, but I read the first book, City of Bones, in 2013, like in the end of 2013, and then I read the rest in 2014, the second, third, fourth, and fifth, not the sixth one yet. Finally, my favorite book of 2014, probably my favorite standalone ever. I have Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. I just want to die every time I look at this book. This book was seriously, I think, the best book ever I've ever freaking read. I love this book. I want to buy 10 more copies. I just cannot explain. Like, Colleen Hoover is a goddess and I love everything she writes. I've read 4 of her books so far. But oh my god, this one was the best for me. So good. It's about a girl and she catches her boyfriend cheating on her with her best friend, so she moves out of their apartment and moves into the apartment of the guy that lives next door. I'm not gonna say anything else because that's all you guys need to know, because if I say anything else there'll be a lack of surprise, and the surprise and the shock, like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you need to read this. You need to read this. If you love a romance in any little bit of form or fashion, please read this. It is the most amazing book ever. I'm just gushing already. I'm just like, the emotions are all over the place. Just talking about all my favorite books of 2014 is just overwhelming. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely check out some of the books that I mentioned if you have not already. If you read some of these or some of these are your favorites, let me know so we can fan over them together, or let me know some of your favorite books of 2014. I'd really like to know that because I'm always looking for new favorites. I'm really excited, you know, reading the books of 2015 thinking, ooh, is this gonna be my new favorite? Is this gonna be on my list? I'm really excited. So thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all later. Bye guys! I legit almost had coffee come out of my nose. I was like, no, please don't, please don't. Ugh. I'm getting too excited over here. Oh.